Hey guys, welcome to the workshop. My name is Josh, and today we are going to be doing a prop, and it's going to be the Terminator arm from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So before we get started, let's go ahead and get some references, and we'll go to the store and get some supplies. So if you're new to my channel, hit that like button and also smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and get some references. Alright guys, I got a reference right here. I just happened to recently find one. It was pretty easy. It has a whole bunch of detail to it. So you guys, that's what it kind of looks like right now. We'll probably do, this is the one from Terminator 2. It does have like this little wing to here. It has like this right here. Probably this right here would be from Bondo. From Dowwood, probably the exact same thing right here. Probably get a nice little, probably look for something for these parts right here. So okay, so basically I'm gonna go to the hobby store and see what I can find and see what I can come up with, and let's get to it. Okay guys, I just happened to get done with all the shopping right now. I got a water bottle here from the Dollar Tree for only $1. I got this wood right here. It was only $4.99. I got these wooden wheels that were $3.99. I got some screws. I got some wooden blocks, and I got some 4 dowel rods, and also I got a base that was only $1. And these were only $2.99. These were only $1.99. And I got some nice dowel rods right here. This one here was only $3.99. This one here was only 69 cents, and this one here was 99 cents. And all of it actually came to about $4 because I got me a nice little cutting board. So let's go ahead and get working on this project. Okay guys, off camera I happen to got a couple of things situated. Just doing this little bit of work cost me about 30 minutes of work right here. So you kind of see I did happen to trace out the palm area where the fingers are going to go, and also I got the little wing right here already pre-cut. So this here is already almost done. So what I happen to got, I got my drill with my jigsaw, and we're going to go ahead and cut these out with, now if it gets a little too loud right here you guys, I will cut the video and then I will show you the end result. So let's get to it. I just got to figure out how the heck I want to cut this. There we go, you guys. Slow but steady. And what I'll do is after I cut it out, what I'll do is I'll sand it, make sure it's all nice and smooth. And also I happen to got one of the wheels out to do it, and we're starting to take a little bit of shape. So that's real great. Now, I have to cut the video a little bit so I can actually look at it, because I got the drawing on my phone and that's what I'm recording on. So, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these right here cut out. And, alright guys, the plastic was actually so thin enough to actually just cut it with my workshop scissors. So, basically, it actually cut really good. I just have to clean it up a little bit, but that looks just perfect as is right there. I tell you what. So also in the forearm section, it does have 2 lines going down across. So what I'm going to use to mark it and clean it up a little bit, I want this to be like really detailed. I don't want it to be like, oh, it just looks like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it off with some nice black electrical tape. And I'm going to have the line going all the way down. You guys don't have to do this, but I want mine to be really detailed. That looks pretty good. And then have the other line right underneath of it, because they are very close together. So I'm just doing this because they are very close together when I took a look at the picture. So that looks, kind of see I kind of messed up right there. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna, I'm gonna have to come up with some other option. So that's not gonna work. I have to scratch that little part off. Alright. Now, I do happen to know that there is a technique that I can use, but I have not used it or practiced on it enough. And I really got to clean up these edges right here. But basically, we are now starting to take some shape. So we got, I want to build from the ground up, so that's what I want to do. And also, what I'm going to use for the other base is going to be this big tubing right here. Okay, guys, I took a lot of the measurements right here, and I got the measurements down right here. There's one that's 5 inches, 2 that are 6 inches, and 1 that is the exact width of this. So, and then we also have some spare right here for the base. I even marked it right on where it says base. So we are exactly looking pretty good and in good tip-top shape. And I'm going to go ahead and see about getting these cut out. And it depends on how long that's going to be. I'll probably film it, or I might end up cutting it. Who knows? But this is the size of it. I don't know if you guys can see. But this cost me about $3.99, so I better not screw this up. So I'll go ahead and get working on this, and I'll let you guys know. Alright, you guys, because I got the holes drilled already, I'm going to go ahead and drill these pilot holes right here. Just got to make sure that you don't crack the plastic. Make sure you go really slow. I mean, really slow. And there you go. We got the holes drilled for that. So now we can go ahead and get started on marking this big tubing right here. So what I wanted to go ahead and do is I want to see about how big I need to have these. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the picture real quick, and I'll get back to you. Okay, guys, you kind of realize that from the last time, it looks a lot more different. I got the shafts done, and I got these two. I have not put them on yet, but I want to show you guys how I did it. So let's go ahead and I'll show you guys. Now you kind of realize it's starting to look more like the arm, but also I drilled some holes right here. I put some nice little rods right in there to hold the support, and that way it can go right in here. Oops, wrong one. That way it can go right in here, and it can go right in here. And we're starting to take some of the shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm up my hot glue gun, because in a little bit we are going to be getting ready to do the hand part. Now you kind of realize that I kind of made this a little bit more bigger than the last one because it needs to be more bigger and needs to be more approved, because it was so small it could not handle it. And also I even pre-drilled the holes right there, so that's all done. And until I be able to get more of this done, I'm going to go ahead and put some super glue on here. Now I would have done with the regular hot glue gun, but the hot glue gun is now warming up, and to get to this point right here, you guys, took me about 5 hours just to get to this point. So that's why I kind of speed up the timeline a little bit. So go ahead and put this on, and go ahead and put this on, and let this sit right here for a minute. And then afterwards, we'll be able to get ready to do put this part on with the hot glue gun, but we're going to put the hot glue gun more on these to get more support. And now also I want to talk a little bit while this stuff right here dries. I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera a little bit more closer. There we go. Now you kind of see here that I kind of got one of these little screws right here. These are just screws that you can only get at, like, from your from like the license plates. So I just haven't got a kit for the moped project. I just got some screws right there, so I just used them because I thought they looked nice. Just some pilot holes, put them in there and put that all together. And also in the speed process, I kind of glued some of this down here. This is the cardboard right here. I just put down right there. So it looks more like the arm. So it looks a lot more better and a lot more nicer. So also we're going to be using more of these screws right here to put this in. So, whoops, I got too much screws out. So put those in there. And we're going to go ahead and put the top part on. So I'm going to go ahead and mount the camera up high so you guys can actually see of how I do this. Alright, you guys, for the knuckle parts right here for the mini sleeve of the palm, I decided to go ahead and use some of this right here. And for the other stuff, for the other arm, for the hands, the fingers, I was planning on using this right here. I still have plenty of. So I want to go ahead and use some of this right here and get the glue. Get them all. I need about 4 of them to the exact same length. So I need about So I need about, so if I'm measuring my palm, be about 3, 3, 3, and 3. So basically be about 3 inches. So I need about 3 inches to about 4 inches all the way across right here. So I need about 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out and see you guys in a sec. Alright, you guys, I got all 4 of these cut out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put this right here, or better yet, this is why, guys, I need a new workstation and a better camera. Alright, so now I got the knuckles right here all done and cut out. I need my glue stick that just fell out. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. Glue this one onto the nail to make it a little taller. Glue that on right there, and that's starting to look like a hand. I tell you what, you guys, that's starting to look more like a hand. So now the only thing next to do is do the thumb. So now the thumb is going to be a little bit hard because we need it out to like a little bit of an angle. So I need to cut into a little bit of an angle. So yeah, that's starting to look like that. So we need to have it onto an angle to like this and like this. So we need about 2 parts off of this in angles. So let me go ahead, and I think about probably this is like, I think about probably 2 inches. So measure this about 2 inches, and measure another one for another inch. So we'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and cut this out, you guys, and cut these out, and catch back in the flash. Okay, you guys, we got this started. So I got these 2 already cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on slightly onto an angle. And for more support, there we go. So now we got this started, and this is pretty much on, and we're starting to get part of the arm right here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this going in a little bit more, but do I want to use something like this, or do I want to use something else? So that's why I am going to go ahead and see on the drawing and see what it's like. Okay, you guys, for the fingertips right here, I kind of put the knuckles already on, so the knuckles are already together. It's starting to look like the shape. So with the fingers, however, I will need about 12 of these. So I got them all marked off right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out, and we are going to go ahead and put them on, and you're going to see me do that in speed lap. And then after that's done, then we're going to talk about more and see what else we can actually do with this. So let's see. Okay, you guys, I just happened to got done with all 12 of these, and let me tell you something, it was a pain in the butt to do. It took me about half hour just to get them all cut out, but we got them all cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on and see what we'll come up with. Hopefully got one for the pinky. So I probably want That's starting to look more like a hand now. So now the one thing is left for me to do now, you guys, is put another knuckle piece on. And we're starting to get there. Okay, it looks like we're starting to get a little bit more. Looks like this is, yep, that one came right off. So we'll go ahead and repair it. Okay, you guys, we're starting to get a little bit more detail work in right here, but it still looks more blocky. So what I was thinking, if you guys want to, you guys can actually put some bolts on the sides of it to make it look more like a robotic hand. But we are starting to come right up in there. Now, I'm not going to put the other blocks on. I'm just going to go ahead and just forget about them, because I was thinking about putting them on. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm all tangled in this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and just glue some of the other fingers on. That way it can be done. And we are starting to get to that point. Put in some detail work. And we are starting to get there, you guys. We're just caught up in a tangle of webs right now with a whole bunch of super glue. I mean, a whole bunch of hot glue gun. Now I just have to clean it off and see what the finished result looks like. Alright, you guys, we are basically pretty much done with the build right now. We just need to put some detail work in. But now I do realize that the fingertips look more kind of like cat bolts, but I don't have any on hand. I wish I would, but I do happen to have one of these, but they do not kind of fit and look right, so I'm just going to go ahead and just leave them off. And I think this is pretty much done. I just have to put some more final detail work in and put some of the wires in to make it look more efficient, and see what we come up with. Okay, guys, I'm about ready to put on some of the wires here. Now, I do got some of this old wire right here. This is off the front of a fan that I have, but I do happen to have the connector wire for it. This is a lot of wire right here, and I might end up needing this for another project in the future, so I'm just going to leave that be. And I'm just going to use this right here. Take off this right here. Yeah. And we are going to go ahead and use some of this wire right here. So I want to go ahead and measure of where the wire needs to go. And I'm going to take a look at the picture, see where it needs to be and how long it needs to be. And let's get to it. Alright, you guys, there it is right there. Our budget Terminator arm is finally completed, and now it's time for paint. Now, here is the thing, you guys. I just happened to take a look online, and I happened to come up with, I got some chrome paint right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys a little bit more down so you guys can see this. Alright. Now, I do got some chrome paint right here. Now, because they are chrome, but they kind of does have like a little metal flake to it. Now, the thing about with chrome, now if you spray paint, it looks more like a mirror image, but it does not look like the cap. Now, here's the thing, I took a look online. Now, if you actually spray black spray paint onto your product, it does have to have that, well, it does have a nice shine to it, but I have not tested it yet. So I was thinking about, I was just going to go ahead and paint this and see what it looks like. So, alright guys, there is my Terminator arm. It's finally done. The paint's finally dry. And I tell you what, this thing looks uber cool. And I tell you what, if you guys want to go ahead and do a project like this yourself, this basically cost me about $45, about $50 on going out and getting the parts. But there's a lot of ways that you can actually make a Terminator arm, but that's how I make it, you guys. And until next time, catch you later.